A lot of talking is being going on about the 49ers bringing back Jimmy Garoppolo for one more season. And most likely, I mean, they will want to bring him back. Who doesn't want to have a quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo, even if is as a backup quarterback? We know the 49ers, they have Trey Lance. He's the future for this franchise. They went and they make a huge investment. They trade a lot of picks to go and get Trey Lance. And you can see that the kid is very talented, that he's very good. There is so far no reason why to believe that Trey Lance is not going to be good in the NFL. We need to see more to say that he's going to be good. But so far, what we've seen tell us that he's not going to be a bad quarterback, at least not a very bad quarterback. But one of the main questions here is if Jimmy wants to come back to the 49ers for one more season. Like I said, most likely he's going to be the backup quarterback. I don't know if he wants that. I do think so that he will want and compete for a starting job in other plays than being just the quarterback, the backup quarterback. We saw all the drama that happens at the end of previous season, in the off season, and at the beginning of this season. Jimmy Garoppolo was not with the team. He was not training with the team. He was not given the playbook. So all the indications they were telling us that Jimmy Garoppolo was not going to be in the 49ers uniform for this season. And at the moment of the renegotiation of the contract, that contract it was based on the fact that he was going to be the backup. Most likely in the offseason, the 49ers they went and they start shopping for another quarterback to be the backup to Trey Lance. They didn't find anything that it was suitable for them to go pull the trigger, sign him, and bring him to the team. They got Nate Sudfeld and they selected Brock Purdy, but I don't think that those quarterbacks they were the solution. I don't think that the 49ers they wanted to go into the regular season with these quarterbacks being the backup to Trey Lance. Especially knowing that we didn't knew what we had in Trey Lance. That was a real fact. Even if we know that Trey Lance is not bad, certainly we don't know how good he is. And we didn't know if Trey Lance can go and compete in a high level because he's not been on the field. So it was a huge unknown for the 49ers. I do think that bring back Jimmy Garoppolo was one of the best decisions for the 49ers in this season, especially after what happened in week two. Trey Lance get hurt, comes back Jimmy Garoppolo, and the rest is history. But again, does Jimmy Garoppolo wants to come back? And a lot of things that need to happen between now and the end of the season. If we want to make a guess right now, this week, most likely yes. And we need to see what will happen to the rest of the season. It can happen that another team that is competing, that has a very good roster, hoping that is not going to happen. But what happens if the quarterback gets injured? He's going to miss most of the next season. It might be an option for a player like Jimmy Garoppolo, especially if he continues playing like he's been playing lately. A lot of teams they will be very happy having Jimmy Garoppolo, as their main quarterback. So, if the opportunity arises for Jimmy Garoppolo, I have no doubt that he will rather be in a place where he can compete and be the starter to come back to the 49ers and being just the backup to Trey Lance. There's no doubt about it. But if most of the situation with good teams that they already have their quarterback situation settled down, and there's not a clear opportunity for Jimmy Garoppolo to go out there and compete for a starting position, it might be that one of the best things that he can do is come back to the 49ers. I don't think that there will be any more controversy about who's going to be the starter in the 49ers. Already happened that. We already passed through that in this offseason. Even if Jimmy Garoppolo has been playing so good, we need to see what we have in Trey Lance. There is no doubt about it. I don't think that there will be any type of animosity between the 49ers and Jimmy Garoppolo. Like I said, we already passed through that. We already passed through all the awkwardness that we can pass through and settle everything down. A lot of people, they've been calling the 49ers to bring back Jimmy Garoppolo before that season ends, to renegotiate the contract once more and sign him at least for one more year. I don't know if that is going to happen, especially because the 49ers right now, we don't have salary cap. And other part very important here, it is that you can see that Trey Lance is making everything in his power to make the comeback in this season. I don't know if the 49ers will shut down Jimmy Garoppolo and bring back Trey Lance. I don't know if that is going to happen. But you can see that Trey Lance is not giving up. He's putting everything on the line to make the comeback this year. I don't know if that's possible, medically possible, but at least he's trying. And that tells you something for the 49ers. So it might be the answer if Jimmy Garoppolo wants to come back right now to the 49ers. It might be yes. Like I said, a lot of things that can happen before the end of the season. What happened if everything crumbles for the 49ers? They have a meltdown and Jimmy Garoppolo start playing like the old Jimmy Garoppolo. But not only his opportunities are going to get limited once he becomes a free agent, but I don't know if the 49ers they want him to come back. So it's not only if the 49ers they want Jimmy back, but also if Jimmy Garoppolo wants to come back to the 49ers. It is special circumstances. Jimmy Garoppolo knows the team, knows that most of the locker room is with him, that supports Jimmy Garoppolo. So it is a unique situation. Hoping that everything will work for both sides, talking about Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers, and hoping that the 49ers, they can find a solution to their backup quarterback, either if it's Jimmy Garoppolo or if we bring another quarterback, also with experience that it can help and support Trey Lance. Let me know what you think if Jimmy Garoppolo wants to come back for one more year. Comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. And like always, see you in the next one.